shining Supreme Station is the answer. Stay tuned for the news on the hour by 1 p.m. every day on Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin. Shining Supreme.
From the news desk of Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, this is News on the Hour.
In the headline. Federal government moves to evacuate Nigerians from South Africa. Senator Mustafa joins a Kwara gubernatorial race. Nimet wants a flash flooding in Kwara, 19 other states. Moving on to the foreign scene, dozen kills as the terrorists attack villages in central Mali. Lastly, from the world of sport, Falconet targets a double win against Malawi in World Cup qualifier. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us for the news on the hour. Diamond 887 FM, Ilori, Kwara State, Nigeria. We bring you details of the news after this short break. Please, we'll be right back.
Drug abuse affects both brain and behavior. It has multifaceted impacts on one's body, mind, and nervous system. However, you can avoid being addicted by giving tolerance to the use of drugs. Associate yourself with the right persons. Do not give in to peer pressure and learn to handle life's pressure rather than resorting to hard substances. Remember, Diamond 88.7 FM cares for your sound spirit and good health.
This message is from Diamond 88.7 FM.
It's good to know you're still there and you're welcome back from that short break. Please do note that you can listen to us via website www.diamondfm.net or watch us live on Facebook at Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. I am Precious Afolabi D. Now, the news and details. The federal government has commenced arrangements to evacuate Nigerians willing to return home from South Africa following the renewed anti-foreigners protest and rising tension in part of the country. Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mrs. Bianca Odumeju-Ojukwu, disclosed this after the telephone discussions with South Africa's Minister of Internal Relations and Corporations, Mr. Ronald Lamola, over recent demonstrations as the growing hostility against migrants, especially in Durban. According to Odumegu-Ojukwu, the South African minister expressed reservations about Nigeria's evacuations plan, but she insisted that the Nigerian government cannot ignore the continued harassment and alleged extrajudicial killings of citizens living in South Africa. The minister urged South African authorities to treat reported killings of Nigerians with great urgency, stressing that perpetrators must face the wrath immediately. Moving away from that, the Minister of State for Works, Right Honorable Bello Mohammed Goronyo, has directed the Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FEMA, to immediately mobilize contractors to the Bida-Lambata road corridor, especially the troubled sections. The contractors to the road corridor, especially the troubled sections between the Agay-Bida and part of the urgent, the interventions measures aimed at easing the several gridlock being expressed along the route. He gave the directive during a meeting with stakeholders of the National Associations of Road Transport Owners, NATO, led by its president Alhaji Yusuf Uthman. The minister also assured Nigerians of the federal government's commitment to urgently address the deteriorating conditions of Bida Lambata Road following the growing concern over persistent traffic congestion and the hardship faced by the commuters and transporters along the corridor. Senator representing Kwara Central Senatorial District in the National Assembly, Senator Saliu Mustafa, has officially submitted his expressions of interest and nominations forms to contest the 2027 governorship election in Kwara State under the platform of All Progressives Congress, APC. Announcing the development on his verified social media pages, Senator Mustafa describes the submissions of the form as a major step in his political journey towards leading Kwara. The senator said he is looking forward to continued engagement with the people of Kwara State, party leaders and political stakeholders as the process progresses. Senator Mustafa is seen within party circles as the formidable contender amid renewed concern over the resurgence of the opposition PDP led by the former Senate President Bukola Saraki. People's Democratic Party governorship aspirant Umar Bolaji Gambari has officially picked the party's nomination expressions of interest forms ahead of the forthcoming election in Kwara State. Gambari obtains the form at the People's Democratic Party PDP State Secretariat located along Pipeline Road, Ilorin. The aspirant had earlier arrived at the General Tunde Idiagbon's International Airport, Ilorin, before proceeding to the palace of the Emir of Ilorin, Ibrahim Sulu Gambari, to pay homage, seek royal blessings, and formally informed the severed monarch to his intention to obtain the People's Democratic Party PDP governorship nomination and expressions of interest form. Speaking shortly after receiving the forms, Gambari expressed gratitude to God and appreciated the leadership of Abubakar Bukola Saraki for sustaining the People's Democratic Party PDP structures in the state. Gambari dismissed speculations that he intended to contest for the senatorial seat, insisting that his ambition remains a governorship position. The Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, has warned the Kwara State and 18 other states across the country may express flash flooding. NIMET had said that the increased surface runoff and flash flooding could occur during heavy rain due to dry and hardened soil that prevent water from properly soaking into the ground. The agency listed the states likely to be affected as Kwara, Zamfara, Nasarawa, Oyo, Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti, Delta, Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi, Akwa Ibom, Cross River, Edo, Ondo, and Bayelsa. NIMET said that the possible impact include flooded roads, traffic disruptions, damage at homes, farmland and infrastructure, blocked drainage system power outages, telecommunication disruptions, and increased risks of injuries and waterborne diseases. The agencies advised the residents to clear blocked drainage and stay updated with weather and flood alerts. The Kogi government has sealed the Darul Kitab Islamic Training Center in Zariaigi, Adavi local government area, for operating without government approval. The closure follows the April 26th attack when unknown gunmen invaded the premises and abducted 23 pupils, including the wives of the proprietor. All the victims have since been regained their freedom following a joint operations by 12 Brigade Nigeria Army as the Kogi Police Command and other security agencies. The school was shot today by the State Commissioner for Education, Mr. Wemi Jones, who led the team from the Ministry of Education to the center. Jones directed the proprietor to report to ministry immediately, saying the schools will remain closed until all requirements for legal establishment and operation are met. The news is reaching you from Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. We go on a break now. When we return, we'll bring you foreign news and sport news. Please stay with us.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Diamond 887 FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Welcome back. You're still listening to the news on the how we're reaching you from Diamond 887 FM, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. On the foreign scene, dozens of people have reportedly been killed in attack on two villages in central Mali, the deadliest assault since the armed group launched a coordinated offensive in the country last month. At least 30 people were killed when terrorists raided the villages of the Korokuri and the Gomozigao in the Matpi region. Other diplomatics and aid sources separately told newsmen that the death tolls from the latest attack had reached at least 50, and the Al-Qaeda linked up group JNIM said it was responsible, as the Malian army said it had conducted a targeted operation in the area where about a dozen fighters were neutralized. And still on the foreign scene, the Shanki ceasefire and the Iran war was further trained today as the United Arab Emirates responded to a missile and drone attack hours after the United States said the thwarted attack on the three naval ships in the Strait and the Hamas being related against the Iranian military facilities. There were no remains reported for the damage, but the UAE Defense Ministry advised residents not to approach photography or touch any debris or fragment that has fallen as a result of successful air interception. Iran and the US are trading blow as part of negotiations are seeking a deal to end the fighting, but so far they've avoided a return to all-out fighting. And now moving on to the world of sports away from the international scene, Falconet health coach Moses Aduku has said his team will go all out for a win against Malawi in the second leg of the 2026 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup qualifying fixtures. Nigeria defeated Young Scotia 2-0 in the fourth leg. Malawi will look to overturn the deficit with the both teams slash in the reverse fixtures as the Bangu National Stadium. Moving on to Maggie Chambo's side, scores 3 goals without conceding to eliminate the Falconet. Aduku, who masterminded his team's away win over the Rwanda and Senegal earlier in the qualifiers, insisted that they will adopt an attacking approach in the game. The Falconet have qualified for every edition of the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. And lastly, the Super Falcons forward Azizat Ushuala fired the hat-tricks in Al Halil thrashed one Al Qashar 5-1 to reach the final of the finals of the Saudi Women's Cup. Al Halil won tie 7-2 on aggregate, having defeated their opponents 2-1 in the first leg. Aziza Oshuela netted twice in the first half and completed their hat-tricks in the 73rd minute, as the Nigerian international has now scored 23 goals and provided 6 assists across all competition this season. And with that, we have come to the end of the news across the world. But before we go, here again is the regional highlight. Federal government moves to evacuate Nigerians from South Africa. Senator Mustafa joins Kwara gubernatorial race. Nimet wants flash floodings in Kwara, 19 other states. Moving on to the foreign scene dozens killed as terrorists attack villages in central Mali. And lastly, from the water sport, Falconers targets double wins against Malawi in World Cup qualifiers. Now do you know segment. Do you know segment? On this day in 2011, General Muhammadu Buhari filed a lawsuit challenging the outcomes of 2011 presidential elections, which pursued Goodluck Jonathan as the president of Nigeria. If you don't know, now you know. For information or happenings around you, kindly contact Diamond FM on this room 0916 062 7526. The news on the hour was edited by Abiodun Akiwumi, and I am Precious Afolabi. Many thanks for listening to Shining Supreme Station. Please do note that the Yoruba version of the news will be coming soon.
For up-to-date news reported across the globe, be rest assured you're on the right radio dial. Diamond 88.7 FM Ilorin, your shining